Okay, so we're now to looking at factorising harder quadratics, but this time where you've got double negatives in the quadratic. So you can see you've got a negative middle term and you've got a negative last term, and you've got a negative middle, negative last term also on your term. But it's the same process as on the previous couple of videos, and let's get into it. Again, factorising with the harder quadratics, you need numbers that multiply to make your first times your last number. So 9 times by negative 5 is going to give you negative 45. And the numbers that add to give you the middle part of the quadratic, which is negative 12. Okay, so minus 12. And then here, you just got to go and make sure you get your numbers correct. And if you weren't sure, you could try some numbers. And 45, we can do 15, and we can times it by 3. We'll give you positive 45, but you want negative 45. So one of these has got to be a negative. If you went for minus 15 to begin with, minus 15 times by 3 does give you minus 45, and they add to give you minus 12. And let's just double check that. This is really, really important. If we go and do negative 15 and you times it by positive 3, well, negative 1 positive, you get a negative answer, which is good. That's what you want. And if you go and do negative 15, add 3, okay, so we're doing minus 15 and you add 3 to it, that does indeed give you minus 12, which is what you want. So these numbers here, that was a good start, so that's really good. And then from here, you go and do the same thing as on the previous videos. Your first term, 9x squared, goes in the top left. You then have your last number, which is negative 5, in the bottom right, and then minus 15, and then 3 go in any order, and they've got to have the x part with them, because again, you've got 9x squared, which is there, minus 15x, add 3x, gives you minus 12x, and you've got the minus 5, which is there. And then you can go and factorise, and in this one, you can go actually in any order, because you can take out a 3 from both sides. Let's go and take out a 3 here, and we can go and do 3, and we can also take out an x. Now, 3x times what gives you 9x squared? It's going to be 3. And 3x times what gives you minus 15x? It's going to be negative 5. Okay, sorry, it should be 3x, sorry. 3x times 3x gives you 9x squared. 3x times by negative 5 is minus 15x. And 3x times by 1 gives you 3x. And then hopefully 1 times negative 5 gives you negative 5, which it does. So that's perfect. So your two brackets in either order are going to be what you've got on your grid. So 3x take away 5, and also 3x, and it's positive 1, so 3x plus 1. And that's your answer. And of course, you can check it by doing the opposite of factorising, which is to expand back out the bracket. So just quickly, if you went into 3x times by 3x, 3x by 1, and you did your FOIL, okay, you're going to see 3x times 3x gives you 9x squared, which is good. 3x times by 1 gives you plus 3x. You've got negative 5 times by 3x, which gives you minus 15x. And then negative 5 by 1 gives you minus 5. And 3x take away 15x gives you minus 12x as required. So perfect, it gives you what you initially started off with. So that is correct. Now the second one, you can pause the video and you can give that one a go. And you can check your answer at the end. But the same process here. So numbers that multiply to give you your first time times your last term. So 4 times negative 3, which is going to give you minus 12, and the numbers that add to give you the middle part, which is a negative 4. And here, if you weren't sure, just try some numbers. Let's go and try 6 and 2. 6 times 2 is 12, not minus 12, so we're pretty close here. If you went and did minus 2, which is wrong, well, 6 times negative 2 is minus 12, but 6 add minus 2, or 6 take away 2 is positive 4, not minus 4, so you've got the negative, or I've got the negative the wrong way around. And let's check the working here, as always. If we go and do negative 6 and we times it by 2, you do get minus 12, which is perfect. And if you go and do minus 6, and if you add 2 to it, you do indeed get negative 4. So it is the correct way around. And it's really important that you do check this part, otherwise it all goes a little bit wrong. But then from here, the same thing as before, your grid, so your first term, 4x squared goes in there, your negative 3 goes bottom right, and a minus 6 and 2, they can go anywhere within your grid. Let's go for here, and let's go for down here. Now, you could go and factorise either way. I'm going to go and factorise out this way because I can take out a 2 from 4 and minus 6, and I can also go and take out an x, and then 2x times by 2x gives you 4x squared, and 2x times by negative 3 gives you minus 6x, and 2x times by 1 gives you 2x, and 1 times negative 3, perfect, gives you negative 3. And then from here, your two brackets, we can just go and write them out. It's going to be 2x, take away 3, and 2x plus 1. And these here are your answers. And that's it. Okay, that's it for factorising harder quadratics. Hopefully that was useful. Thank you for watching.